What's going on, everyone? It is Paul, the 920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Today is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024, and this is how we traded SPY today. Now, if we go back to our morning video, so we did a pre-market analysis video this morning, folks. Please go back and check that out. So we're going to be doing those every single morning. So we're going to have a pre-market analysis video every single morning, and then an update video at the end of the day to see how everything played out. But this is how we did it today, folks. But before we go there, if you like our videos, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. Leave us a comment. That's always greatly appreciated. And share with your friends and maybe your trading community. Share it far and wide. Put it on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you got, folks. Please share. But again, so let's talk about what we got going on this morning. So we got pre-market high. Let me see, where are we? Pre-market high, 529 even money. We got pre-market low sitting at 525.61, and that is directly above a demand zone. So we got a demand zone, a 30-minute demand zone directly above that, 525.67. Now, we also have a 30-minute double top right in here, folks. So what do you got? 526.93. We've got a demand zone left over. And so let's see if this demand zone kind of acts as, that old support becomes new resistance. We'll see how that thing played out. We got a pivot point here, 30-minute wick. Again, you can see that right up in here, folks. But these are all the levels that we are dealing with. And we talked about each and every one of these zones. We even talked about some zones down low. Again, 524.94, that's a zone that I've been looking for, a level that I've been looking for. I looked for it yesterday, and I looked for it again today. We'll see if we took that out. And again, we had a couple of zones up here high. We've got a gap left over from yesterday up here at about 529.87. And then, again, a supply zone, nice supply zone, sitting at about 530, a little over 530. But for all intents and purposes, let's just kind of worry about what's going on regular or pre-market, 529 even money, down to the pre-market low at 525.61. So let's get into the trading day. So here we go. For the first little while, it didn't do a whole lot, folks. It didn't do very much at all. But okay, so we had a double cross. I think we had 3 double crosses. So we had a double cross right on this candle, a double cross on this candle, and a double cross on this candle. And I had people in the group, they said, why did you take a trade on this candle right here? Well, let me show you exactly why I took a trade on this candle. I will show you because that corresponds with this candle right here. So at 949, SPX 920 finally caught up. So once that caught up, I had a golden cross on this, and I trade SPX. So again, a golden cross on this candle right here. So 949 on this candle right here. I'm going to switch back, and then we can go to 949 on this candle right here. So there you go. That's the why behind it. They're like, why'd you take it? And I told them, I said, listen, I'm getting into puts right in here, getting into calls right in here, and this is why I'm doing it. And I switched over, and I showed them my SPX, and that's why I did it. So here's what we were looking for at this point. Now, I can tell you this. This level right here, I was not looking at this level. I didn't even have it on my chart. Didn't have it on here in pre-market, so 526.93. We didn't have it. I was looking for 527.24 up here and to potentially punch through. We had a couple of different situations on this little run-up where a couple of people got scared out of this trade, and very, very close to taking myself out of this trade as well. As a matter of fact, so we're in this trade from 49 to, at this point, about 30 minutes, and guess what? We took a nice trade that was very nice and positive and probably turned it negative right in here, folks. But we didn't get a good, strong close under VWAP, so I said, you know what? I'm going to hang on to this trade and kind of see what happens. And with the trying to get up, past this demand zone, again, it's the demand zone. A couple of things happen. Either you punch through, use this as support, or it becomes kind of that target. Well, that's exactly what happened right in here. So I closed it out right in here. So 1045, I was in this trade, I don't know, a little over an hour. Got the target. Now, Consequently, I didn't take anything back to the downside on this particular trade. But we did get that cross back to the upside. So that breach of the 9, breach of the 20 right in here. Took it back to the upside. Again, this was not a major level other than the fact that I was thinking that it could be a continuation play. So it was a cross to the upside, continuation play. It was a fresh cross, but it was kind of between two zones. But I did have VWAP on my side. I don't remember specifically where POC was. I know it moved to 526.33 at some point. But yeah, so took that play. This one did not work out. I was in this play for a long time. We kept on trying to push through and push through and push through to finally I said, you know what? I've got to take myself out of the trade, only because we failed to keep on moving. I was using on this trade, I was using what's called a swing low. And folks asked what the swing low is. Well, okay, so the swing low in this particular case it's this low right in here. So I was using this low right in here as you got to take yourself out of this trade if the trade goes against you. So we had an open, it was kind of a big swing, but I trusted that we'd be able to push up to that 527.24 again. It didn't work out. It's just one of those situations, folks, where you're never going to win all the trades, but the only way you're going to know if you're going to get to a level or not, number one, if you don't have capital on the table, you don't really, you're not really paying attention. You might be paying attention, but obviously everything's kind of heightened a little bit once you do have your own capital on the table. But again, did not play that. And at this point, I said, you know what? I'm going to lunch. And look what it did. Oh, it was just absolutely beautiful back to the upside. One of our members, Sam said, I'm in it. I came back from lunch, right around in here and Sam said, I'm in this play. And I looked at it and I was like, I would have gotten back into that play because, again, it was pretty close to a golden cross, 920 and VWAP. And again, I don't remember specifically where the POC was. But yeah, same type of trade in here. It pushed up. This time it got through and it got up to that level. I would have taken, there's a good chance that I probably would have taken the trade off the table at 1239. Only because, I kind of saw what it did over here. So earlier at that same level, let me kind of scrunch it up just a little bit. So at this same level up here, I probably would have taken it off the table. Would have been better position also, just from a financial standpoint, to take it off on this wick as opposed to, play this pullback and then push it back up. I guarantee the contract value was higher on this wick than they were when they pushed up to the very top. So that's how that went, folks. So we haven't taken out. Now we took out pre-market low really early in the day, but we still haven't taken out pre-market high. It's one of those days that it was a decent day. There was some price movement. I think price action was better today early than it was yesterday early. Now late yesterday it got really, really nice, but early, I think for about the first 4 hours, it was pretty bad. Now I took another trade right in here, folks. Thinking that, let's see if we can push down to this 03 right in here, 526.03. Trying to see if we could push down and then maybe take out this demand zone, go to this pre-market low. But SPY had other things in store. I missed the entry off here. So I said, you know what? I've got VWAP, I've got POC. So that was kind of my stop. Again, took the trade right in here, closed out right here. Now, this was next trade back to the downside. I was trying to breach this area down here, so 526.93. And you can see this again. I didn't have this on my chart when we were talking early this morning. So in my pre-market analysis, this line was not on my chart. Quite frankly, I just missed it. Folks. And let's get to that. I'll show you that level right in here. So on the 30-minute on pre-market, it's going to say PM right in here. So that's a 30-minute double top that I missed. So I put that on there, later in the day because I was like, there's got to be something up there, and there was. So we breached this back to the downside. It immediately reversed on me, and I had this wick. I was going to use this wick up here at 20 to get me out of the play. So there's a lot of exposure. There's about 37 or 40 cents worth of exposure on this particular play. And, you get into a situation, it's like, well, we haven't breached that level one time today. So let's see if we can trust it enough. Trust what we know or what it has done enough to use that to where, it won't, we won't have to take a stop on that. And again, folks, it doesn't matter if it hits your stop. It really doesn't. We're not reliant on a single trade or a trade by trade basis to make it in this business, but rather a series of trades over time. That's all that matters, is the series of trades over time. So anyway, I took this trade right in here, 1407, and closed it out right here on the breach to the downside, the breach to the POC and the VWAP. Again, I'm using all of this reference to the left. Yes, we would love to push down to this demand zone and this pre-market low and all these things. But ultimately, you have to make a decision, particularly when you realize that these pullbacks hurt your position. So the longer you're in a pullback or longer you're in a position and all these different pullbacks, this is not necessarily the cleanest move of the day. It wasn't the dirtiest, no question about that, but it was by no means the cleanest. And as you can see my chart over here, that's a clean play. So again, 07 through 33, 26, 27 minutes in that trade. I think it was a 35, 40% win, which is a decent win considering the pullbacks. So overall, a decent win. Did not take this back to the upside at this point. Would have been a really, really nice play back to the upside. But I said, you know what, if we get to this, let's see if we can get up here to this 24 again, close to this 24, and we'll fade it off the top. Took, I don't know, a 7-minute trade. So this 7-minute trade late in the day, folks, so we got 20 minutes left in the trading day. A 7-minute trade was worth more than a 25 or 23-minute play earlier, only because I'm just talking about from a percentage standpoint, it was worth more because I didn't deal with any pullbacks. I didn't have to worry about the 9 at all. I mean, it was just right here. Once we got that close, yeah, look at the 350 candle. Nice red candle. And then after that, we just had a major, major dump. No way to really predict that other than, let me show you this here real quick. Let me show you the 15-minute. So we had in here kind of this volume shelf. I was talking about this volume shelf all day at 526.26, good support. Once we started, getting below this, it got a little bit thin down here. I said if we can get below 525.96, so watch that, 525.96. So we'll use that 96 down in here. It's deep, it's late in this play. Once we got past that, the push back down to the downside. But again, we stayed inside with the exception of, late in the day, folks. Early in the day, yeah, we took out this play down here. Pre-market low just a little bit, and then we ran back up. But, for all intents and purposes, we stayed within that range today. Not a great day, not a poor day. I think overall for a lot of people, it was a decent day. Certainly not one of the bigger days, but still decent. We play what's in front of us, folks. We don't play a wishing game. We wish that it would do this or wish that it would do that. That's how you blow up accounts. But I think overall decent day. We didn't hit any of the numbers high that we're trying to hit. We didn't hit any of the numbers low. So giving it a grade on the day, I'd say it was an average day at best, maybe a little bit below average. It was a profitable day, but no big, long, sustained runs unless you count, this early run and then these pullbacks and then, just the craziness to get to your level and then a pullback based on that. Or this late day play right in here that, if you held through the 350 candle, you did very well, which I did not. I have before and have done very well. And I've held before and I've done very, very poorly. So it's kind of a luck of the draw. So late day scalps, folks, late day scalps. But that's how we did it today, folks. So if you enjoy our videos, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified when we drop new content, which is just about every day and sometimes on the weekend. Now, remember, folks, please turn on your notifications because we're going to be doing analysis videos, so pre-market analysis videos every day. Now, I say every day, it should be just about every day. So seriously, folks, turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified or just check back with the page about 9:15, before 9:15 every single day. And I'm going to give you the analysis. I'm going to give you the what we are looking for. So I always thought that was kind of fair. You know, we can look back at the end of the day and go, well, that was a good play. That was a good play. That was a good play. But this is kind of that second or that other element that we're looking for. And if I can give this to folks and say, this is what I'm looking for. These are the things that I'm looking for. These are the levels. And this is the why behind what I'm looking for. I think that we can add a lot of value. And then if you are interested in live daily trading, head on over to Trading Decoded. That's our live trading Discord, folks. The information is down below. It's just down below. Just click on the link. We'll give you that first week for free. So by giving you that first week for free, you're going to be able to see us in action and see me in action every single day, folks. I'm going to talk about every single one of these trades. I'm going to talk about coming out of these demand zones, coming out of supply zones, pivot points. I'm going to talk about VWAP. I'm going to talk about POC, which just moved, folks. This is the power of the volume profile right here. This is it right here. But we're talking about these things literally from 9 o'clock in the morning until the market closes. So we got 7 hours every single day where we are live. So come over and check it out, folks. Again, Trading Decoded. The link for that is down below. Now, if you're interested in the 920 strategy, head on over to 920trading.com. All of the strategy is right there, folks. It's right there. If you need to see, it's there. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars for it, folks. It's right there. Go check it out. You have a question? Send me an email. I'll answer the question. You have a question about this video? Send me a question in the video. I answer. It's me, folks. It's not a bot. It's not anybody else. I answer every single one of those questions. Send me a question. But that's how we did it today, folks. So again, just remember, pre-market analysis tomorrow morning, and then trading all day tomorrow. And then we've got the update video at the end of the day. So thank you for spending a little bit of your precious time with us today. We appreciate that very much. So we hope everybody has a great rest of the day. But again, we hope that we're establishing and bringing value to both you individually and the overall trading community. So spread the message far and wide. We would greatly appreciate it, folks. So I hope everybody has a great rest of the day. And again, we will see you in the markets.